Headquarters. I just want to give you a small brief pertaining to the activities that have been going on here since early this morning. The EACC has been conducting investigations into the allegations that the Kenya Railways Corporation and the National Lands Commission paid compensation to persons and entities affected by the standard gauge railway, popularly known as the SGR, for land which lay on the railway reserve in Embakasi. This is where the land itself belonged to the Kenya Railways and actually referred to as a railway yard, even on the map. And the two entities decided to buy off from the Kenya Railways itself to give to the same Kenya Railways for the purposes of erecting the SGR station here at Embakasi. And pursuant to Section 35 of the Anti-Corruption and Economic Crimes Act, the EACC submitted a report to the Director of Public Prosecutions on the results of the investigations, and upon review of the same report and the recommendations therein, the Director of Public Prosecutions concurred with the EACC recommendations that there is sufficient evidence to charge the suspects with several offenses of corruption and economic crimes. And consequently, the DPP issued consent for the following persons to be arrested and charged in court. And these ones are Professor Mohammed Abdallah Swazuri, Mr. Tom Aziz Chavangi. Professor Swazuri is the chair of the National Lands Commission. Mr. Tom Aziz Chavangi, the CEO of the NLC. Mr. Atanas MD Maina, who is the Managing Director of the Kenya Railways Corporation. Dr. Salome Munubi, who is the Head of Valuation at the National Lands Commission. Mr. Francis Karimi Mugo, Ms. Gladys Muikali Muyanga, Ms. Caroline Kitui, Mr. Obadia Mbugwa Wainaina, Mr. Victor Wahome Kariuki, Mr. Elijah Mwenda Nyamu, Mr. John Mwangi Moniki, Mr. Peter Nganga Mburu, Mr. David Barno Some, Ms. Esther Chebet Some, and 3 entities or private companies, one Keibukwo Investments Limited, and 2 Dasahe Investments Limited, and the third one Olomotit Estates. The Commission has since effected the arrests of 8 out of the 14 individuals listed herein, and we call upon the remaining persons to present themselves to the EACC headquarters here at the Integrity Center forthwith. The suspects, therefore, the ones that we have and the ones who will be reporting here or to be arrested later in the day, will be arraigned in court on Monday, the 13th August, to face the various corruption and economic crimes charges. So far, the people we have in our custody include Professor Swazuri, Mr. Chavangi, Mr. Maina, Dr. Munubi, Mr. Mugo, Ms. Gladys Muyanga, and Ms. Kitui, as well as Mr. Obadia Mbugwa Wainaina. So the first 8 on our list are already here, held at our police station, and the rest will also be brought forward as we progress. So far, that is where we are, and I want you to be assured that on Monday we are going to arraign them before court to face these various charges. Thank you very much.
Mr. CEO, in terms of compensation that NLC and Kenya Railways did, what tune are we talking about?
We are talking about hundreds of millions. Hundreds of millions. Of course, you will see what will table before the courts, but they are in hundreds of millions. On my list here, she's number 7. I'll issue these copies to you. Who is your dean or your prefect? Because I'll give the copies to one person who will distribute among you. Yeah, yeah. So thank you very much. Yeah.
Thank you. Just on the other suspects who are the other suspects involved, the former governor of the United States, I think some of them have you arrested all of them?
There are a few whose warrants of arrest are out, and there are a few more who have already appeared, so we are progressing with the rest. Well,
just a quick one. We've seen the DPP around, probably, maybe you just want to shed light. Why was he here? Is it in connection of the same case?
We had other cases that we've scheduled to plan, planned a meeting over this morning. So we were meeting about other cases. So it's not the only thing we are doing. You are seeing us high up the gears. And that's why. It's our routine meetings. We set our meeting a few days before this event or incident. So we just came for that purpose.
The first 8 on your list that are on this situation here, what time were they exactly arrested? Because we woke up to believe that they already...
Yes, we arrested majority of them early in the morning before 7 o'clock. At dawn, let me say. Yeah. Yes, of course. The courts will be open on Monday. They will not be there on Sunday, not on Saturday. So we'll keep them until that day. And we are following the due process of law. Of course, we are taking care of them.
Other than the cases of dubious payments, we also had overpayments to people. I don't know if they're...
Of course, that's why I'm saying various charges. So once you are in court, you will hear the content or the specifics of the cases. Otherwise, for now, we just want to give you the information to that extent. Something.